Hey there everybody, Professor Cloud here with our next episode of Pax Romana 117. We are now really in the middle of building out the empire in both regions, Albion as well as, I was getting ready to call it Latvia, and I know that's not right. I can't think of the name of it. I know it's LAT, but yeah, can't remember what the name of it is. Anyway, there's definitely some things that we need to do in, I think it's Titania, that we need to, we were going to start setting up weapons building in order to make sure that we have them in case the Emperor ever comes calling again. We already have pretty much everything else being built that I can tell. We did also set up our first aqueduct in the last episode over on our main island of Panem. Over in Albion, we've gotten ourselves all the way up through Tier 1. I think we're ready to start looking at upgrading to Tier 2 now for our citizens there, which will start to open up some other options how we move forward. So let's go ahead and jump back in and figure out what we need to do to keep those things moving forward. All right, here's our main island of Panem. We were, if I remember correctly, where are our ships? All right, so we've got that ship at Titania. This is one of this is the one that's doing our trading back and forth between Titania and Panem. Okay, this one's on its way back with a new specialist that we got. And then I think we were going to pick something up to take to one of our trade partners. No, we have a contract at Diana's Lighthouse. Okay. All right, so let's drop off our new specialist. All right, we'll worry about how to do that later. All right, let's pick up rope. Nine. All right, and then you need to go to... Yeah.
Time flies.
Okay.
As do we.
All right, so that's now underway. Now let's go back to our islands and figure out what's going on. Our Libertas residents seem to be all okay. We are plus 20. We could use with some more equites. What is next on the equite agenda? We need 300 to unlock togas. We need 500 to unlock writing tablets or fine glass. Or we need amphorae, which there was a...
started in your city.
Of course it has. Do I... There's one there. Alright, let me put in another one. Because I'm not sure that this guy... Yeah, this guy doesn't reach. Matter of fact, I'm going to have to move you. To say there.
Better you decide than I.
Sure, go ahead.
I feel more generous towards you already, Governor.
Well, nice. Are you ready to have a conversation? Or are we still in the negative? You're still in the negative. What does she want? Request non-aggression pact. It's even. Alright, we'll leave that one alone for right now. I don't need to mess with that. Alright, that's fire. Alright, we were starting to... Yeah, here's where we're starting to do the weapons work. So we've got the iron. We've got... Is that just a warehouse? Yes. So we have not put in the smelter or put in charcoal. In fact, I don't think we have charcoal anywhere. I don't think we're doing anything with charcoal. The problem is going to be... that wherever I put it... This is a good spot. Alright, I just need to get a road here. Like that. And then you're going to need a warehouse. Well, I should have put that like that. There we go. Okay. So I'll let the charcoal run for a little bit, and then we'll set up the furnace. Then we can set up the weaponsmith. And we could potentially get away. So the charcoal's every 30 seconds. The furnace is every minute. Charcoal's every 30 seconds. Charcoal burner or weaponsmith is every minute and a half. So I think we can get away with just one charcoal burner for both buildings, but we need to let some stuff build up inside the warehouse first. So we'll go ahead and let that run. Then back over on Pan Am, we need to expand our equites. The only way we're going to expand our equites is to also expand Libertas. So let's see. What is going to be the best way to do that? We also could increase the population of our equites by cheese. We already stood up a theater. That was something that we did in the last episode. But we can't do cheese because of livestock. It can only be done over in Albion, which would mean we'd have to transport it back and forth. Is our ship at Diana's? It is.
Waiting for your decree.
That is so selfless. Thank you.
I really wish that
Festina Lente.
that stuff would happen automatically. All right. Let's take a look at that new specialist. That's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted. That new specialist. So we got a new specialist that reduces workforce and upkeep. So where was a point specialist to improve nearby buildings? This guy does happiness, health, and knowledge. Does she help at all? Workforce needed? No, because this needs to be near industrial buildings. So it would need to be placed up here, for example. And I don't think I can build more. Can I? No, hold on a minute. It said... Oops, that's not what I wanted. Limit on island, 1 of 2. Okay, so we've got 1. We need 1 more.
I wonder.
Why do you
Will
keep
you do
giving
the
me
sensible
loans?
thing?
I don't understand.
No looking back.
Other than the fact that it helps our partnership or our relationship. Overlapping radius. That's interesting. That kind of blows, to be honest, because I really... So there is where I'd have to put it. But that doesn't really help me. I need it to be here. Like here.
Dominus.
And that's religion. That I don't particularly care about. Alright. And then you need a road. There. So hopefully that makes a big enough difference. I don't know. It doesn't really show. Like, this one shows the buildings that it's affecting. This does not. Gatherers in range. I think this actually needs to be up here. I think it needs to be farmer. It only affects honey. That's, yeah, gatherer. So farmers are not considered gatherers, which I find interesting. Okay, well, then this was a waste. Let me at least try and get some of that money back then. Well, that sucks. I spent the money on that for no good reason. Alright, well, it is what it is. Okay, let's... What do we need to do then to get more equites? So, an aqueduct cistern is needed. So we did set up aqueducts here, and we've got a cistern there, which is helping out different farms. I do want to help out these farms here. And I got to figure out how to do that. So let's do a little bit more. I want something along the lines of this. So that we can then put a cistern or maybe here. And then we need to put a road like that. Okay, so that affects these guys here. And this guy affects over here. So that covers all of our farmers then. Why would equites need a cistern to improve health and fire safety? I don't know that we're going to be able to do that. We may have to do another aqueduct. Because, I mean, we could do another aqueduct here, for example. Like that. And then that would allow us to feed into here. Actually, you know what, real quick? I want to check and see what we're selling. I know there are certain things that we are automatically selling. That's so weird. The last one actually filled in both of them for us, but for some particular reason it didn't that time. And then sales. We want to do it with sales too. Okay. We could do it with limestone. I do find it interesting that we're producing so much limestone. Matter of fact, where is our limestone production? Is it here? Yeah. Do we have the ability to change like we did in the old game? Doesn't appear that we do. Like, there's no ability to change workforce percentage or workforce productivity. I mean, this kind of gives me the inclination that I can, but all I seem to be able to do is pause and play. Maybe it's something we haven't learned how to do yet. What are we doing right now? Safe havens, macro hauling, and tech. There's a... This one. This is the one that I was looking at. Untapped soil. No, that's not the right one. There's one that allows us to have resin be available like the mackerel is. I thought it was this one. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure. Alright. Well, in order... We've got to do one thing, and that's we've got to increase...
It feels like it does you good to eat a sardine.
Our
Have
workforce...
started in your city.
Where? Oh, there it is. Right next door to the firehouse. Hey, that fire could not have started in a worse place for a fire than right there. Yeah, I think we're going to have to build a second aqueduct. We're going to have to build one over here to make the equites happy. Alright, in the meantime, let me build some more Libertas residences. Like that. And then depending upon what they're missing, we might fill in some things. And we'll expand this and probably have these guys become equites over time. Alright, while we're waiting on those few things, let's go ahead back to Albion. Why are we out here in the middle of the... Oh, that's right, we had moved. There is our ship. And...
Fancy taking some Moreland low bellies off my hands? I don't think they're biters.
Oh.
We stand waiting.
Manx. I guess Manx is Albion's version of Diana. Would be my guess. We already know where the pirates are.
If it's metal or horses you're after, I might actually be of some help.
Alright, you want barley and you want reed shoes. Is this us? I don't think this is us. No? It's us. Oh, he's got a mission for us. That's why he's sitting there. What? Oh, why is this facing the wrong way? I could have sworn I put that down in the right place. Which means we have no reed shoes right now. I think we have tunics, but we don't have... Yeah, we have tunics, but we don't have reed shoes. That's what... Okay, the reed gatherer was... That's the reason we don't have any reed shoes. We have the weaver, but we don't have any... Yeah, okay. I'm glad I came back.
Don't be going to market for a friendly horse.
We are ready to upgrade, but I think I want to put in some more inhabitants first. Alright, let's put a road here. Like so. And then let's put in some more residences.
That hot misses some...
Okay, I'm confused now. Oh, I see. I actually have to create a farmland like I... Okay. No wonder I was so confused. Okay. Let's go like that. There. No wonder I was struggling. I didn't realize I needed to create a similar style farmland like I do with, you know, pretty much everything else. I suppose I should be an idiot for not realizing it. Okay. So actually, these guys are ready to upgrade now. All right, because I don't know let's do these guys. Okay, choose your upgrade path. That's right. Romano Celts are focused on economy and research. Mercators and nobles live in larger cities and reshape the environment to their advantage by draining marshes and building aqueducts. Celts venerate local gods and nature. Your smiths and aldermen live in small communities and gather the produce of the wetlands and forests that surround them. So I think in the campaign I had tried to go Romano-Celtic. I think I'm going to go the opposite this time, because I didn't find a good advantage to it. It basically meant that everything needed to be similar, and I don't want similar. I actually want both regions to be their own distinctly cultural different. So there's cheese. We can't upgrade the trading post without tile. Smith introduces herself.
Forgive me if I'm on my guard.
Well, I'm sorry you're not happy, buddy, but... Alright, let's discover some more of the land. Okay, what do you want?
The Eternal City hungers, and it falls on us to feed her. Such is my duty as Procurator, and your duty as Governor. Make whatever arrangements you see fit in order to provide.
New orders for the Empire's Heartlands, an extraordinarily taxing demand of albionic produce. Can I count on your aid in its collection? Well, you gotta give me some specifics there, buddy. What? What? It's not there. Oh, you're going to tell me that I have to do something, but you're not going to give me any specifics of what the thing is? I've been hesitant to say anything, but I'm really not enjoying this empiric overlord thing that they've implemented in this game.
You were the right choice for command.
Delivered 30 tons of wheat and 15 tons of iron ore. At least it doesn't have a timer on it. The wheat's not an issue. I'm not doing iron at the moment is my only thing. And I can't until I get enough smiths. Okay, so the smiths, we can start doing cheese here, which obviously we're going to want to do. We can also do beer. Yay! Love beer. I know. That's me personally. We definitely want to do both of these. We probably don't have enough to do either one. Let's see.
The Mercators tried to sell me my own hammer. Twice.
Okay, so the ox farm we can do...
We insert a degree of taxation on the local tribes here, in exchange for their autonomy. The Okapel, however, have yet to provide their share.
Okay. I don't understand. Now they're telling me I have to do it in 45 minutes? Where's my coastline? Why can I not? There it is.
We advance.
Alright, well, I guess I'm setting up iron. Easiest thing, I think, is to do... Nope, I can't. Can't do it until I get smiths. So again, they're setting me up... They're consistently setting me up to fail. Alright, let's... Alright, so the ox farm is fine. We've got regulars to... it's going to reduce health. Why will it not let me build... Oh, it requires marshland. Well, okay. The way that the building is designed, I have to put it this way, or otherwise I can't connect it to a road. Damn it. Well, hold on a minute. We can go diagonal, like so. Okay, here we go. Mm-mm. Okay, why am I not able to build it? Missing upgrade cost. Waddle and Daub. We already have a reed gatherer. Okay, hold on. They're throwing a bunch of stuff at me now, and I'm now confused. That's every minute. That's every 2 minutes. Okay, so we're already creating enough reeds for this. That's every minute. And then mud dryer is every minute 30. So this is a 1-for-1, which means we're going to need another... Yeah, we're going to need another one. Rain's a little thick.
What could you possibly require?
I don't have any wheat here anyway. Any chance you've got some? I just realized wheat's not even something that's possible here.
Peace and protection is what these people crave.
Oh, that's right. I haven't set up trading rights with him yet.
Only the humble retreats of our countrymen.
Do I have 62 tons of eel? Yes, I do, actually.
Waiting for your decree. Through the waves.
Okay. Alright, we can, by the way, craft tiles. We just need 75 smiths. Okay, so we now need mud. How... here, maybe? Yeah.
I'll come home to my Benno reeking of fish.
Alright, I'm probably... You make it... Okay, you can make it to that warehouse. Alright, good. Alright, so then the last piece of this then is the laborer's yard. Which that we should be able to put pretty much anywhere. Except for it's huge. Holy crap, it's huge. Well, let's put it here. Alright, so how many do we need for the ox farm? 2. And then we can start making cheese. Hold on a minute. How do we have 0 smith workforce? I just had an idea. That's not what I wanted. I just had an idea. I really wish the keybinds to switch resonances actually worked. Alright, safe havens is good. Alright, let's see. We're at Pan Am, right? Yeah. Alright, we've got wheat. We have no iron, though. Oh, the iron is over on Titania. Okay, so if we get... Alright, let's do this then.
Mariners, forward!
Alright, I'm gonna send everything. I don't know why I didn't think about this sooner. I should be able to do this using what I have here in Latium. By the way, I wasn't that far off when I said Latvia. Latium, Latvia, they're not that far off. All right, let's take a quick look at knowledge. So we just unlocked safe havens, which means that we can move certain buildings actually out into the water and move them away from the roads or the main populace. Specifically the coastal production buildings. And I'm thinking primarily the ones over on the right, but we can absolutely extend it to make it even better. So I'm not going to do that right now. It's not something I don't think we need to worry about this second, but it is something for the future that I definitely want to look at. All right, so we're working on mackerel hauling to allow us to remove that from the trade route, and then tacking to improve our ships. We could research the trireme. All right, we do have this one, replanting. Our charcoal burners could learn a thing or two about forestry. It allows us to basically use meadows to replant. They can harvest trees in meadows rather than requiring a forest. I don't know how big of a thing that is. Oh, we can get a prestige area effect. Imperial parades. Buildings near a barracks will produce prestige. We don't have a barracks, so I've been intentionally not building a barracks. I'm kind of at a point where I don't really know what to do. Oh, we were still working on, yeah. Weapons. Alright, so we should be able to put the furnace in here now. Okay, so that starts building iron bars. And then we need the weaponsmith. Let's put a... Where is it? There it is. No, nope. There it is. Make sure that we have fire coverage.
Neptune's finest! Ready!
Okay, so you need 15 tons of ore. Okay. They're not I think I have to go back to do... I don't know how to send a ship to the next region.
So Praetor.
There. Send ship to Albion. I'm guessing it's White Cliff. I just hope it can get there in the 30 minutes that I have left. I have no idea if that's possible. I guess we'll find out. Okay, what have we got as far as concrete is concerned in Latvia? Not Latvia, sorry, Panem. Yeah, so these buildings here, the sand refinery, the salt ponds, they could both be moved out here now in the harbor supposedly. Actually, let me see what happens if I try and pick one up and move it. It lets me do it, but it doesn't give me a lot of range for doing it. Alright, what about... Yeah, there's not a lot of range here. Huh. I'm not sure that this is all that valuable then. Alright, what about the repair crane? Yeah, again, it's... Huh. Okay, let's take a look at this then. I wonder if this is something that can be added to, like that the amount of space can be added to. Yeah, we may have to figure it out later.
You must be so busy, Governor, running your cities and managing your treasuries. Take a moment. Treat yourself. We've got a little event planned on Lily Bion. A bit of friendly competition.
What?
Only the most illustrious guests, I assure you.
What?
Wouldn't you like to count yourself among their number?
What?
Many a career has been ended by an errant dice roll, Ere. As your advisor, I must warn you against partaking in illicit backroom activities.
Larry invites you to some sort of private party. Ben Ballion seems to think it's a bad idea, but how could it be? You will have to pay an entry fee if you want to attend. 10 grand!
Not easy with the outside pressure, eh?
Alright, let me go back over to Albion real quick. See if that contract has been fulfilled. It has. I really wish it would autofill.
To you once more. Festina Lente.
Alright, that's Manx. This is White Cliff. And this is where we have to... Okay, so this is good. This is where we need to turn in the ship that's got the wheat and the iron. See if the game shows us. All right, there it is there. 9 minutes. It'll have 15 minutes to spare. Okay. We should be okay. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Alright, let's go back here. Actually, we probably should just stay in Albion. Well, no, we've got enough concrete now. Alright, let's put in another aqueduct. And see if we can then... The problem that we're going to have... I think what I'm going to have to do is go down this way. Because the problem that I'm going to run into is that I'm going to keep hitting a situation where I'm going to be cutting off space. And I'm trying to not do that. So if we do that and then go down, and then allow a cistern to connect there, is that good? That's what I don't know. Or we could connect a cistern there. All right, that range is pretty good. I mean, that's a pretty wide range. I wish I could kind of look at the grid because I could count the number. I mean, it comes out all the way to here. So 40, 30, 40 tiles. So if we were to come down here and put the cistern like right here, that should certainly cover all of the equites. All right, what are you missing? You're missing. That's what I figured was going to happen. Okay, good. So let's put a marketplace right here. Actually, no, let's put a tavern here, because then what I can do is it continue to extend this way or this way, and the tavern will hit. Yeah, and then as soon as these are filled up, we can go ahead and upgrade them to equites. The problem is I still don't think we're going to hit what we need as far as being able to unlock the next thing. I'm hoping, though, that by getting a cistern down here, we'll be able to help with some of that. I'm just not certain. I'm just not certain. The cistern is going to help, though, with our fire safety. It should reduce that down to almost 0, I would think. Maybe, maybe not. Not sure. All right, let's go ahead back to, because I can't really do much more. I mean, I can go and keep weapons building over here. And we need trading post improvements to increase things there. How are we?
It gives me peace of mind that my husband wears a warm hat.
What are we missing here? We could be doing bread. Oh, the household items. We need amphorae. Either that or we do olive oil. We've got 2 olive growers right now. Oh, that's not what I wanted. 2 minutes. Minute 30. Okay, we are not crafting olive oil here. That's what I could not remember. Okay, so we're crafting olive oil there. Alright, let's copy and paste. Because these guys create olives so slowly. And then let's put in... Alright, so that will improve
It feels like it does you good.
our plebeians. It'll increase income, it'll increase health. And then amphorae, how do we do amphorae? We do resin with charcoal, clay, which we've got, we can do clay pit right here. Yeah, so there's clay. And then resin. Where does resin come? Oh, it's forest area. That's the improvement. It's not that it gives us resin on Panem. It allows us to do resin from anywhere.
But there's no
Oh.
warehouse.
Oh, okay. Shoot. Alright, then let me move... to there. Warehouse to there. And then we'll move you back. Like so. And then... there we go. Alright, so now we've got clay. Yeah, so resin would need to be something like here, but I would probably want to do it here. Okay. Alright, so there's resin. Yeah, and then all we need is the potter. And we are producing charcoal, aren't we? Actually, are we producing charcoal? I'm not sure that we are. Nope, we are. Never mind. We're good. I couldn't remember if we were producing charcoal or not. Yeah, so we should be able to do a potter. Immediately, as a matter of fact. I don't know how big the potters are. Yeah, there we go. It increases income of buildings surrounding it and reduces fire safety. Do we have a... I don't think we do. Oops, that's not what I wanted. I wanted it... Nope. There we go. I think we need to put a Vigilus nearby. There we go. Titania is doing well on fire safety, by the way. I think we can now also do the weapons. Alright. So that's a whole lot of stuff that we just did. Our ship should be entering Albion by now. Actually, our ship is in Albion. Alright, let's see if we can find out where our ship is.
Neptune's finest! Ready!
Punctuality, Governor, is oft considered a virtue. Perhaps you can reach an amicable solution with their chieftain. If I have to fetch him myself, it'll be anything but.
He sells... This is interesting. He actually sells tile.
Waiting for your decree.
I don't know why I need to go talk to Manx. I don't get it. Why is this my job? I'm governor of an island, not of a province. Right? Isn't that the way the game works? Alright, while we're waiting on that... what were we going to do next? We were going to do... We got Tunix, we got Reed. Yeah, we don't have enough Smith is the problem. Oh, that's right. Alright, we can actually do this now. Okay, so there's our oxen. The next piece of that is the kitchen, and we don't have enough for that. All right, let me do this. Okay, apparently one of our trading routes has an issue. I don't know why. Oi, oi, Gov, can you spare a bit of iron for a festival we're planning? How much time do I have?
Governor,
Yes?
me and some of the other lassies were planning a wee festival. Celebrate the craft, you ken. Spare us a bit of iron so we've something to work with.
Doesn't seem to be time-based. Just 30 ore. Alright, let's send you back then, because no matter what, I'm going to have to send somebody back. We'll send you back to Titania to pick it up and come back with it. Alright, what is the trade route problem? Your ships have to wait a long time at this station. I'll bet I know why. Let's find out, though. I'm almost positive it's because Titania's full. No?
Neptune's finest! Ready!
I don't understand what the problem then is. You're supposed to pick up 10 tons of olives and 8 tons of mackerel. And then drop them off. What are you waiting on?
Our scouts have sighted new land.
Yeah, I don't understand. It's always doing 20. It's always doing double. It's probably because there's not enough olive, yeah. There's not enough olive. Yeah, it's not because of the mackerel. It's absolutely the olives. Well, we could do another one. It's not going to be the same, though. Okay. They just produce so slowly. This is where I really wish I had a an office with someone to help with olive growers, plantations. So apparently olives, lavender, are the same because they're considered plantations, whereas oats and hemp are both arable farms. Okay. Well, in either case.
A man from Lorica was swimming when it started to rain, so he dives down deeper. It didn't want to get wet.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'll just have to continue having a problem there. What was I don't even remember what I was doing here. Okay, so these guys now have everything that they could possibly want. I'm thinking at some point we could probably... Hold on a minute. What's the knowledge item that we're working on right now? Macro population. Allows Scomber huts to produce even without a macro population, albeit with reduced productivity. Okay, so we will be able to produce mackerel. I'm wondering if we could change the trade route then to pick up... amphorae rather than... and deliver some of that over to Panem every once in a while. Excuse me. Yeah, because right now our plebeians here, plebeians, whatever, are doing well. Not really sure what else to do here. And there's nothing more I can do over here either at the moment until... Alright, there's some more equites.
Why, olive oil has all manner of uses.
Why? Oh. The Grammaticus is too far away. We're at 194 equites. The amphorae would help. Marvels, that's new. Forum and baths. I don't know that we're ever going to get there. Yeah, I was just getting ready to look to see if we had enough concrete to extend down the cistern. Or the aqueduct, I'm sorry.
We should free some space for my next masterpiece.
Wonder if anybody wants some wine. Nope.
The island has always been a haven, where people are free to live as they choose.
Nobody wants wine. Actually, hold on a minute. I think the Procurator did. That's not my ship. That's not the right place. This is what I want.
What could you possibly require?
Corvinus wants even more from us. We've got nothing left to give, not without emptying our winter stores. Governor, if you could spare a little for us, it'd really, really help us out. I swear I'll find a way to make it up to you.
Deliver... Oh, that's something different. I had 2 minutes, dude. Oh, there's no freaking way. Well, you're screwed. I'm sorry, but you're screwed.
The men share quarters with their contubernium. 8 each. You do what it takes to preserve the peace.
Yeah. You're screwed. I don't know what's going to happen. It's probably not going to be good. And unfortunately, we're going to have to find that out in the next episode. Because I've already gone on a lot longer than I wanted to.
Ready.
So, let me take my ship and move it over to here. We need to start looking at what's next. We did not set up the dairy farm. So let's do that. This is going to do what? It's going to increase happiness wherever it sits. Then let's do it down here. Maybe here? Okay, there we go. Let's put it there. Alright, I do want to extend my road. Like that. Hold on a minute. Where is my ship? Okay, hold on.
We advance.
I want to go buy some tiles real quick before we wrap up. Because there was, I don't remember now why, but there was a specific reason that I wanted the tiles. It might have been beer. No. It was I want to upgrade. Yeah, I want to upgrade. I need 5 tiles to upgrade my trading post.
What could you possibly require?
I'd hate to find evidence of peculation.
Let's buy 20.
Anxious has had time enough. Come with me, Governor. We shall have to remind him who's in charge here.
Time flies, as do we.
All right, so now they want me to escort something.
I await your instruction.
What exactly is your purpose? Ben Valiant joins you in your praetorium beyond curious ears. You inquire as to your advisor's true purpose, having arrived so soon after you were appointed governor. I'm your advisor in the property of the Imperial Court, explains Ben Valiant. My dispatches keep the Emperor appraised of this province's developments. Ah, so he's a spy. How do you react? Lovely. Confront him. Peace, Dominus. I am but a humble donkey braying the Emperor's praises, he says. You will say the same, and I shall assure the Imperial Court of your aptitude. After a beat, he murmurs, I advise you, heir, to say the same. Will you comply? Repeat his silly phrase out loud. Well, it increases our reputation with the Emperor.
Prudent.
Bows his head in reverence. The Emperor will be pleased by my next accounting of your governorship. Okay. All right, let's let my ship get here. I think
Up at
this
our
is.
fort, there's
Nope,
leathers,
that's not us.
turrets, main wax, whatever floats your boat.
Okay, well, this is where I'm going to wrap it up for this episode. Yeah, I'm not enjoying this nearly as much as I did Anno 1800. Anno 1800, yes, you had to worry about each of your AI partners, which you do here, but they removed what it feels like as some of the need for worrying about them, and part of that's maybe because of who I chose. Now you have to worry about the governor almost constantly. Not all the time, but almost constantly. And I'm not... I don't want that oversight. I don't understand the need of the oversight. I understand because of the historical time frame of which what the game is being set in. But in any case, hopefully you've been enjoying the content. I'm not stopping at the moment the game, but I do just kind of want to express my concern about it moving forward. Hope you've been enjoying the content. If you have, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button for me. If you haven't subscribed, please do that as well. And hopefully I will see you in the next episode. Talk to you soon.